A ghostly encounter along a New Jersey railroad left railway workers stunned. But what happened in the days that followed would send the small town into a frenzy. Welcome to the Unexplained and Paranormal Report, where we investigate mysterious events, hauntings, strange encounters, and everything unexplained. It began in 1885 near Moorestown Station. A railway fireman noticed something off in the distance straight ahead of them on the tracks. As they drew closer, he was horrified to realize the white figure was a man, but it was too late. The train slammed into him. Convinced they had just killed a man, the crew brought the train to a stop as soon as they could. Workers and civilians began searching the tracks for the grisly remains, but to their shock, they found absolutely nothing. Mystified by what had just happened, the fireman refused to dismiss what he had seen. He was certain the figure had been directly in front of the train and insisted he had watched it take the full impact. Eventually, the search for the invisible man was called off and things around Moorestown returned to normal. Surely it had been nothing more than a tired railway worker whose eyes were playing tricks on him. And for a few days at least, that seemed to be the end of it. Then one night, two women were out for their regular evening walk near the tracks, unwinding after another day, and completely unaware of what the railway workers had seen just days earlier. But before the night was over, their own terrifying encounter would draw even more attention to what was happening around Moorestown. Suddenly, a terrifying sight emerged from the corner of their eyes, both women paralyzed with fear. There before them stood a towering figure dressed in a long black robe with a dark veil covering its face. Dumbfounded by what they were seeing, they watched as the figure suddenly made a swift motion and seemed to glide away. Shaken by the encounter, one of the women rushed to get her brother. He immediately took off after the figure when he found it, only to watch as it seemingly vanished right in front of him. The next claim may be the most outlandish of them all, and this one came from the town constable. Armed with a six-shooter, Constable Aaron Burr made his way to the same area where the sightings had been taking place. Sure enough, he claimed he encountered the mysterious figure and fired several shots directly at it. But what he said happened next may be the most unbelievable part of the entire story. According to Burr, the figure suddenly transformed into a strange-looking white dog before disappearing into the woods. By now, people weren't simply stumbling across a mysterious figure. They were going out looking for it. A group of railway workers and local men returned to the area armed with guns, determined to finally put an end to the mystery. Eventually, they were confronted by the mysterious figure once again. The men gave chase, but despite their efforts, they couldn't keep up. The figure disappeared toward the woods, and when the men searched the sandy road where they believed it had just run, they reportedly couldn't find a single footprint. Newspapers at the time claimed that as many as 1/4 of the town had seen the mysterious figure. Despite the different encounters, witnesses repeatedly described its unusual height along with a strange whizzing sound that seemed to follow it wherever it went. Adding even more questions, the newspaper claimed that similar sightings had occurred in the area years earlier. Of course, those stories can be embellished and changed over more than 140 years, but the sheer number of the reported sightings, along with the consistent descriptions of the strange veiled figure, make you wonder what people around Moorestown were actually seeing. And perhaps there was a connection no one ever considered. So what do you think was happening around those tracks? Were these people actually encountering something they couldn't explain? Or did one strange story simply spread through town until everyone started seeing it? Let me know what you think in the comments.